Welcome, everyone watching Retro Stream. I'm Francisco, and who is this with me?
Oh, hey, everyone. I'm Kenneth, and I'm not retro.
And we last weekend we went to a board game retreat called Brass, and we wanted to share our experience of it. Ken, this looks like a photo from the retreat where we were at. Is that what that is?
Now I'm wondering.
Now it's gone.
Well, I thought we'd do an intro first, right? So for those who don't know,
I have my intro. Feel free to do your intro now.
Well, I don't know what you're going to do, but like the idea, I'm going to give you a back history, right? So, this guy, Francisco.
Roy.
So he sends me a note, right? He says, "Hey, there's this board game retreat up in your area, basically north of him, south of me. Do you want to do this?" I'm like, let me think about it. I really wasn't interested in going to a board game retreat directly, but with retro, absolutely. And so I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll just do a day thing. Instead of being Friday night, Saturday night in a cab, I'll just come for a Saturday only. It's only an hour and a half south of me. So I thought, okay, maybe do that. And then I talked to my wife, and she's like, just do the whole weekend. I'm like, what? Okay, because you enjoyed the time away from me.
Jeez.
And so I said, okay, fine, let's do this. But then I said, whoa. Whatever you're going to do, Francisco, I will do what you want to do, okay? So he said, I'm going to do the whole weekend. So, okay, fine. So we did that whole thing, and then it's one of the things where it's like, I've never been there before. I've done a board game convention like PAX Unplugged.
Oh, okay.
I've done some board games like, say, at PAX or City Comic Con, but a retreat, it's just pure board games. And like, will I be bored of all the board games?
Oh, my gosh.
And so, we have it. It's called Brass Board Game Retreat at the South Sound.
Yeah.
South Sound being, now, mind you, if you don't know your area, it's like, it's
a place in Washington.
South of Bremerton.
Okay.
So it's on the peninsula, south of Bremerton. It is like, I gotta go through Tacoma, come around the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. For those who know the history of Galloping Gertie, I was on Tacoma Narrows Bridge. I crossed over. It's funny how I go one way, it's no toll. You come back, there's a toll. Okay?
Yeah.
They get you, And so it's like south.
You can come into Washington, but you can't leave.
Right. Southwest of Seattle, northwest of Tacoma. It was a nice area, beautiful area. But anyways, that's what we did. So I guess I just showed the first picture again, right? So,
okay, yeah.
I arrived earlier than Francisco because I was like, I want to come when you're going to be there. Probably going to arrive about 6 for dinner. Okay, fine. I'll be arrive at about 5. And it took me about an hour and a half. Oh, no, 2 hours. Yeah, because of traffic through Friday night, Seattle and Tacoma. And so I got there about 5:15. It was getting dark. I walked over to the building. I could see some people through the building, one of the rooms. Like I walked in. I'm like, okay, people here, board games here. Where's the registration? And I walked over to the other side of the building, and there was a registration table there. I'm looking at it. I see my name, and someone Aaron comes up to me and says, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, checks me in. It's like, that was it. It wasn't much of a like, show me your ID. Here, let me scan your bag.
Who are you?
Stuff to make sure it's all good.
Here?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're all good. And I said, okay. And he's like, I was looking around, watching people play games. I thought, I'm going to do, I should touch the cabins out first. So I went over the cabins, and one cabin's for women, pure, just women, okay. There were 2 cabins next to that. There were late gamers. In other words, those who want to stay up to like midnight or 2 a.m. So when they come back, they're not making a lot of noise for those who went to bed early, or even they make it up later. And then there were several other cabins that were just normal cabins. So I went to the last one at first. I went to every single one, just check them out. And then like, oh, wow, there's a lot of people here. A lot of people already put their stuff there. So I went to the cabin next door to it, cabin 3. And I'm going, oh, it's empty. Okay. Okay. I'll just fine. Put it here. We'll see what happens. So I put my stuff there, went back to area, and then dinner time. No, didn't do a bell ring. But anyways, dinner time. I'm like, okay, I hope he makes it here in time. That's why I'm like, hey, when you get here, just come right to the mess hall or the chuck wagon,
Yeah.
Don't check in. He made it in time for dinner. It was probably the best meal of the whole. I mean, it was good. Food was decent, but that was the best meal. They had like, was it chicken?
It was the orange chicken and rice and stuff, I think.
Yeah, rice. But what's the flavor? Was it teriyaki? Yeah, teriyaki chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. So,
yeah.
Anyways, this. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to bring, that was like your story up to the point where we meet at dinner. Now I was going to tell my story up till the point we meet.
Please, absolutely. Sorry about that. Yeah.
No apologies necessary. Just, I thought that would make sense for us to catch our timelines up together. So back in 1981, I was born and,
I'm like, wow, that's a long time ago. The board game retreat started
we're going to be here a while.
Yeah, 81. I should have gone back further then.
Well, okay, let me fast forward, sir.
I was in high school in 81.
That's awesome. Ashley will constantly remind me that when I was in college, she was in middle school or last year of elementary school. I'm like, thanks for that.
Well, how about you? Just thanks for that, for reminding me that I was in high school when you were born. Thanks.
Hey, that's not my fault.
That's true.
But anyway, so I learned about brass through a friend of mine that I met at his name's Joel. He's play tested Junkyard Juggernauts several times. Thank you, Joel, if you ever watched this. But I met him. So he goes to my church, but I never really interacted with him. But there's this guy when I went to the Newburgh Game Convention last year, which I'm going to again this week. He comes over to me. He's like, "Do you go to TCC or church?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, I do too." And so me and my son were there, and we just got to talk and play games. And it's really cool meeting someone that I knew in another place that I didn't know there. And so we've been friends since then. And he went to a retreat up in Camas, Washington, which I'd thought about going to, but the drive is like 5+ hours away. And I'm just like,
for those in Western Washington, this place is called Kashmir. It's between Leavenworth and Wenatchee.
Oh, okay. So him and his family went out to that, which is great. They had a great time. Comes back and tells me, yeah, it's great. There's also this other retreat he found out about there called Brass, which I looked up, and it's only like 3.5 hours away from me, which is much more feasible for me to drive. But I decided, you know what, it's given the cost and me not knowing anyone, I was in prayer and like, God, if this is, I would like to go to this, but if this is something that you think that is the right place for me to go, please, may someone else I know, whether it's Joel or I started talking to you, Ken, about this, Ken, or someone else that I know, may they go, and may you provide enough financial provision for me to go. And both those things happened. I was still in sort of like, is this the right thing is this the right way to steward what you've given me, God? But I was, through a lot of prayer, I decided, yeah, this is the right thing to do. So I again get all ready to register, all that.
So I am on my way to the Brass. It's board game retreat at the South Sound. Looking forward to it. What am I expecting? I don't know. I've never been to it. I've been to a friends retreat where me and some people from my community group went to a cabin and played board games, and that was a lot of fun. I've never been to like a larger scale one, so this will be, I'm looking forward to playing some new games, some games I'd love to learn if they're there. I'd love to learn Deliverance if they have it, and I'd love to learn Root. But really the biggest thing I'm going to be hoping for is that lots of people play Junkyard Juggernauts, and people want to play it again, that they're really interested in it. So I'm praying over that. But yeah, this is hopefully going to be, I'm just getting going here, just a few minutes in. I'm hoping I don't have to get gas on the way up, but we'll see. So yeah, we'll check in again here when I get to Miracle Ranch with the sun. Look at this. What is this? A J.J. Abrams? What is this going on with the sun flare, light flare? But all right, catch you there.
Start driving up. Great, beautiful day. Didn't have to worry about like driving through rain or anything or snow or what have you. Got to see Mount Hood on the way up. Or I'm sorry,
ooh, nice.
I always see Mount Hood. I got to see Mount St. Helens and Mount Rainier on the way up. So that was really nice. But there were like several accidents. So what was supposed to be like 3 hours and 20 minutes ended up being like 4+ hours to get up there. So that was, and I was worried that Ken, you had shared, and I think you shared on stream that you have some social anxiety. And so I was like, oh no, Ken's like there and doesn't know anyone. And I'm like not, and I asked him if he wanted to go to this, and now I'm not there. And so I was feeling all this pressure to get there as fast as I can. So I was adding the stress to myself. But then you text me, oh yeah, when you get here, just come to the cafeteria thing. And I do my best to figure out where that is based on the map they give us in the email and stuff. But getting there, and you're just talking to people, and I'm like, oh good, I think we're okay. And so I go over and sit down and get food, and then we start eating. So yeah, and it was a good meal.
Well, you mentioned that. I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and I was like, I don't know. Recently, my social anxiety has almost like dried up.
Oh, really?
I mean, I got there. I was like anticipating being somewhat social anxiety, right? I felt nothing on the way there. You feel comfortable knowing you're in the car for an hour and a half. You don't have to worry about it until you get closer to it. Mm-hmm. Didn't feel anything. I got there and I'm like, just walked in, no problem. Like, this is weird.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I was surprised. I mean, my recently, some of my social anxiety I've had in the past is just like gone. I mean, maybe I've done it enough times, or maybe just God gave me that peace. But I appreciate you thinking about me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was, I had nothing. It was like, they made it comfortable. I was comfortable. It was like, yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, we ate. And then Ken showed me where our cabin was going to be. So he helped me get my stuff from the truck, and we carried it up there and put the stuff down. And then I think I recorded a little video of us.
Yep.
Yes. Ken's just saying how this is rustic, but it's nice. Finally got here. It's like 4 hours trip, and I can't get any internet to let my wife know that I'm here, but I'm here. Look, we got a very nice bunk here, and a very nice older gentleman here, named Ken. And Ken, what board game are you looking forward to playing most this weekend?
Junkyard Juggernauts, I think it is.
That is the right answer. Good job.
$5 now.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's for after the video.
Still filming?
What are you doing? All right. Well, we just finished dinner. And now we're going to go play some games. Yeah. All right.
And then we went and played games. So do you remember what the first game we played was, Ken?
Yeah, let me get there in a minute. I think because I'm going to show the pictures of the cabin first.
Oh, yeah.
She says, I have social anxiety. You hide it well going to PAX. I think I would panic going to PAX. Well, that's the thing about going with other people, Yoshi.
Exactly.
You lessen. I mean, maybe that's the reason why I had no social anxiety. I knew I was going to be there with a friend. Mm-hmm, and it's like, well, I have nothing to worry about, so.
Yeah.
So this is the cabin. It's like, this is a bunk bed, right? It was decent. It was not bad, Mm-hmm. I chose to bring a sheet and a blanket. Francisco chose to bring a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
For me, I just needed a plug because of my CPAP, right? Mm-hmm. So I just thought, it's like the picture of the overall cabin. To back up a little bit, right? There's a bunch of beds there. I think it was like 12, beds.
Yeah, and then way more than we needed for us too.
I know, it was only us. No one. I mean, I think we were the last ones to arrive of those who were staying the weekend.
Yeah.
They technically opened at 2:00, but they also had, if you wanted to come at 8 a.m. pre-thing, like that would have been interesting. I mean, like, if I do this again, I might just do that. Maybe I just do like the Friday, Saturday, and then go home Saturday night, not do the Sunday. I don't know. But I did this I sent a picture of my wife, and she's like, ooh, rustic. I go, no. Oh, there's us.
Yeah.
It was too crazy. It was too wild and crazy Americans. Oh, yeah. Remember that?
That's from SNL, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like, who did that?
Wild and Crazy Guys. I think that's Steve Martin.
Crazy Guys.
But I forget who the other person was. Maybe Martin Short, but maybe
Dan
not.
Aykroyd? No, it wasn't Martin Short. Wait, sorry. But I had to do this. My wife's like, "Oh, rustic. You know what rustic is? 2, 1 bathroom, 1 shower. That's it." I mean, you can argue like, well, that's not really rustic.
I was going to say that's not really rustic to me.
Rustic would be like an outhouse and
Exactly.
like an outdoor shower, right? But
Yeah.
what the biggest thing, I wrote my note about my only real concern with the accommodations was this stall here, okay?
Yeah.
You can't really see it. The toilet is really close to the door.
You have like maybe 1 foot between the edge of the toilet and the door. It's like, it is cramped.
It is for kids, I think.
Yeah,
You literally have to push this door. You have to keep it open. Okay, not locked, right? Because you got to sit down. Because when you sit down and get up, there's a amount of leaning forward on it, right? It's like, literally the door is right there. Like, oh my gosh, it's like, okay, so it was fine, it was kind of cool. So the first game we played was this one, Quacks.
My name ain't Roy.
Right? It's called
Quacks. Sorry.
Quacks of Quedlinburg.
So Bobo on my stream told me that for the two Wild and Crazy guys, it was Steve Martin and Dan Aykroyd. But because Roy is in the name of Aykroyd, it cued the Name It Roy thing.
Really did? Oh, wow. That's cool.
You don't see ducks. Yeah. It's so
Quacks isn't ducks.
Yeah. It's like quacks as in false doctors or people that aren't really that say, oh, this snake oil will cure your cancer or whatever. And what do you remember about what the sort of point of this game is or the story of it?
Well, I don't know, but it was a fun game. I don't remember exactly everything. Like, you see the board there. This is the different steps for us going along the ideas to earn it was a fun game. I mean, I can't remember exactly what we were doing. We were making potions, right? And there was
you try to get more ingredients. You have a bag with some basic ingredients. And then you're similar to, you kept calling it like a deck building with the bag, but so bag building. Yeah. Essentially, you're using whatever you have sort of a track, and the further you get in the track, the more sort of points you have to spend to buy other ingredients. Then those go in the bag. Then you pull them out of your bag, and you're hoping to get things that will get you further along this track, this sort of circle track. That's your pot that you're brewing. And I forget if you get to them. It's not whoever gets the most points on this track, because you can get to the limit and it just gives you more opportunity to buy more things. But there's another score track that if it gets to the end, that track, I think.
This track here, yeah.
If it gets to the very end, I think that's when the game ends and whoever has the most points wins.
Well, the final round is when it ends. And then, who has the most points? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think because in the bag, you keep putting in more potions, things that are helping you out. You can choose what I choose the point. That's why I said, if you ever play Dominion, Dominion is like you got some. Well, I can buy this and this and this, and you keep adding to your deck. This is the same thing, but it's bag of stuff. So
exactly, it's
a fun game, So I mean, it was like one of our. I'd never played it before.
Me either.
I think you said you heard about it, right?
I've heard of it. Yeah, lots of people said, "Oh, Quacks is so fun." I'm like, and so okay, let's do this, Ken. I think we played. Okay. Let's see. I don't know, 8 games, I want to say, something like that. Where would you rank this in those 8 games of like,
oh my God.
Okay. If you don't want to rank them against each other, how about this? Would you play it again?
Yes.
Okay. You play it again.
Absolutely.
Would you recommend it to someone else to play?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Perfect. That for me, I would play again. I don't know if I'd recommend it to someone else to play.
You're going to ask that question about every game. I'm thinking like, okay, well, I hadn't thought about that. And I'm thinking, is there any game? We'll find out.
Yeah.
It's a mystery. It
is. Yeah.
Which games are going to be classic, nostalgic,
or tragic,
or panic?
Or panic? Yeah, okay. That works.
And we're not doing worst wits or best bits. Okay. So
worst woes, but okay.
Yeah. I just never sound like woes. Okay. Next game was Azul.
Yes.
Now, this game you said you'd not played. I played before online with Jay Cube and others, but first time you played it, right?
Yeah, it was the first time. I've always wanted to play this game. It's always it's one of those where with a lot of board games, if someone teaches you it, it's so much easier to digest than trying to learn it yourself. So you're learning it while you're trying to play it, but then it's harder for me to manage that. And videos are great, but it's like having that actual like in-person experience, so you can ask a question and you don't have to like search a video for where's the answer to this, is so much nicer.
was going to mention, we did watch the video for this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Only because me and the other guy had forgotten
Rob,
some of the which pieces of it. And like once we saw, like, oh yeah, there we go. Now we know.
Yeah. So I think it was Rob who actually worked at Miracle Ranch, who taught us both Quacks and we played Azul with also.
Yeah, he's walking by and we're just, he says hi. We're chatting with him, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I'm, Ken, Francisco, Rob, right? And I'm like, wait. Your badge says Miracle Ranch. You work here? Yeah, he's a volunteer here. His wife actually is the one on staff, I think. Mm-hmm, he's a volunteer there. I'm like, well, okay. And so he's playing with us. I'm like, well, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
At times when we're eating dinner with the rest of the people in Brass, he's over there eating dinner with the rest of the volunteers from Miracle Ranch. Like, okay, that's kind of cool,
Yeah.
He taught us the game. Like that was great. Matter of fact, there were several others, I think, from the ranch who the staff came by.
Who would play also. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was fun doing that. So,
yeah, I actually got it from the library because I wanted to play it with my son and possibly Ashley. So, got it from the library.
You mean like the local library of books?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Okay. Our library has board games, DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs. I didn't know that.
Well, I know my library in the past had VHS tapes.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
VHS tapes.
Did your library have microfilm or microfiche?
Probably did. I think in my high school we had one of those in Warsaw, Indiana, one of those Andrew Carnegie libraries.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He went across the country and built libraries. So. Mm-hmm. That's cool. So you've not played it yet, but you have it ready to queue it up.
No, I did play it with my son. He thought I think he is getting it. We played it a couple times.
Okay.
But he was sometimes he's in this mood where he's like, first off, he likes co-op games more than competitive games. And so I actually got another one, which I'll share when we get to it, that he seemed to like a bit more, but sometimes it's, if his mood's somewhat off, it doesn't quite work out. But
fair enough. So let me ask you a question then. So you played it now beyond the retreat, which means you're scoring this as being a game you like.
Yeah. Oh, and let's add this one. So there's, would you play it again? Would you recommend it? And would you buy it yourself? So maybe those are our three criteria.
Ooh.
So Quacks, I wouldn't buy myself. I would play it again, but I wouldn't recommend it necessarily. For Azul, I would, if Ashley ends up liking it, which is not likely because she's not a board gamer, but if she did like it, I would definitely buy it. I would play it again. I would recommend it.
That's good. Obviously, I played it now in physical as well as online, board game arena.
Yeah.
Yes, I liked it. Would I recommend it? Yes. Would I buy it? The problem with that statement is I don't buy board games anymore, but yes, I would. I think it's a very simple game to play with people. I think it'd be easy to kind of play around with it. Ashley doesn't like mini board games.
Yes.
Yeah, like my wife. I'm like, I look at all these board games I have, not just ones I got in last 10 years, but before that. I go, I thought we got these games because you did. No, we bought the games for the kids. Like, what? I thought you like board games. No, I don't like board games. Like, what? Okay, fine.
You're saying something in the background.
Jeez, I learned. So I wanted to play a board game with my wife. She's like, I wanted to play a game my mom taught me. It was Rummy Cube, and she's like, no.
Dale says, what's the oldest
board game do you have?
Oldest board game do you have?
Oh my gosh.
That I own? Uno, probably.
That I own.
How about you, Dale?
Chutes and Ladders, maybe?
Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty
I still have that game? I think
yeah, they still have that game.
I think I killed it for my grandkids at some point.
Ashley says, I don't follow sports ball, but my mom texted me that with sadness that the Broncos will be going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
They lost their quarterback last week because of a broken ankle, and so they lost 10-7.
That's tough.
To me, it didn't
that's not
matter
too bad,
who was
actually,
playing.
10-7. Yeah.
Because I was like, hey, if we're playing the Broncos, it's a repeat of Super Bowl 48. They play the Patriots, it's a repeat of Super Bowl 49. This time, though, we're going to beat the Patriots, okay? They don't have Brady. They don't have Belichick. They are going down.
Dang Patriots, says Ashley.
Okay, so next game we did was Discworld.
Yeah, so this
You picked this, right?
No, Brad. Someone else was hanging out. This guy named Brad, who had been to the retreat before, I believe, and he saw us playing Azul, and we were like looking for another game to play, and he offered to teach us this. I think he actually brought this game, Discworld, which is based on the Terry Pratchett novel World. I've never read any of the Discworld books. Have you read those?
I've heard of it, though.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard of it, too. I guess the premise is this world is on the back of this big turtle. So...
Really? Wait, it's just that's what it really is? It's a floating turtle in space with elephants underneath, and you're sitting on...
I think so. Okay. Dale says, I have something called the Omega virus. Oh, and I have Stratego and Scrabble. I'd like to play Stratego again.
You know, Dale,
we do have Scrabble. I forgot about that. What was that?
You should go to the doctor. If he's got the Omega virus, you just go to the doctor. So we get some medication for that, okay?
I think that's a game, Ken.
Oh, it's a game. Okay. Yeah. Well, guess you don't need medication for that then.
Yeah. So Discworld apparently is an out-of-print game. It's sort of an area control game. Is that how you would describe it, Ken? Where you're trying to control different spots on the map, but you have your own sort of objective. Like you draw a sort of a character that they have their own specific objective you're trying to do, and whoever completes their objective first wins.
Did you take pictures? I mean, I'm sorry, I just never realized something you had. Oh, okay.
I didn't take.
I'm sorry. I should do this too. Okay, I should show the actual board. So here's Azul. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. This is Azul. Mm-hmm. And the whole idea is that you get these colors, and you slowly got to build your grid. Across here, and you find in a sense in Indian you score it to see who wins. It's a very strategy game. Like it reminds me of Yahtzee a little bit, because when you get Yahtzee, you got to figure out where do you want to do the straight, where do you want to do the 4s, the 2s, and 6s. Like so, this is like in color and symbols. You know,
that's where I would think of it more of like a Tetris game or a Dr. Mario game, where you're trying to match certain colors together to get sort of to score in this game, but then you're also making a pattern which gives you more points and stuff. So yeah.
Sorry, here's Quacks. He had a better picture of Quacks than I did. Mm-hmm. And there's my Waterloo.
It was nice that they had so many snacks and stuff available for everyone throughout the whole retreat. Not only was there meals that was included, but also that they provide all these snacks throughout.
What's Ma?
I don't.
You don't have one of this one then?
I thought maybe not. Maybe I don't have one for Discworld.
Okay, so Discworld. I've got the Discworld. I will be better this time. Okay, about showing the Discworld. There you are.
All right. So yeah. So would you play it again? Yes. Play it again for me? I don't know if I would. It didn't thrill me at all. So I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't recommend it. But
that's why I want to play it again.
That's fair.
I think I generally enjoyed it, but it's like, I'm not looking to buy it. Recommend it. I mean, if you're a gamer who likes those kind of games, then yes.
I think if I actually
like J-Cube, right? I was like, if you haven't played, have you played Discworld J-Cube? No, play it. I mean, he would enjoy everything.
That's fair. I think if I read the books or I was in that world, I would definitely enjoy this way more. I feel like I'm in this world. I'm playing around. This character that I know from the book. Oh, okay, cool. Oh no, I think that would make it sing a lot more. But
yeah, I agree with that.
Without having any exposure, I'm like, all right, this is fine. I guess it's quirky.
The Crew, Mission Deep Sea.
I think we played The Crew later, but okay. I guess we don't have to go in order.
I have an order of my pictures, so.
Let's see. Is that one? I don't remember us playing that next because
there's a card game.
Yeah, but so this is the next morning. We played Discworld.
Oh,
and
what it was next morning?
Azul and Quacks on Friday night. Then we went to bed around 11. I want to say. I think that's when we went to bed.
Well, in that case, we're show. Was that okay? Was that next? Okay. It was the next day. Okay. Which means I'm going to show you pictures of the daylight.
Yeah.
Of where we're at. Our cabins were passed over there. There's a walkway around that can go there. It's lighted right, but the straight shot is through the field. It wasn't that wet and moist, but it was dark. Take your flashlights. And that's where we walked back and forth. It was cold. but it was decent, So there's a pathway up to the cabin. We were in cabin 3, sorry.
And it was very pretty.
Yeah, and then looking back toward the main area, obviously clearly a soccer field, But this is what's called Cheney Hall. I think this is where we actually were at.
Yeah.
A building full. It's just empty. It's like not empty. It's a restroom, but also just a big area to play with tables and whatnot. I don't have a picture to the left. Oh, I do have a left. Over here is the chuck wagon. It says chuck wagon on there. See.
I can't, but I believe you.
I screwed it really a little bit. Chuck wagon,
and that's where we ate.
You can tell the style is definitely like Old classic West. Country Midwest, not Midwest, Western fronts and whatnot. It's like okay, fine, Exactly. For those who don't know, Miracle Ranch is owned by Christian Ministries up here in the Northwest. Christian Ministries is also they do King's High School, which is a private Christian school.
Oh, okay.
They also own 2 radio stations. One of them was KCS was informational. The other one was I forget what it was. It's a contemporary Christian music station I used to listen to.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know
that was it for this one. So yeah. Oh, and so So we also the other thing is we get in here. They had shelves. Mm-hmm. People brought games, and they stored them on the shelves, and you can see. It's like, oh my gosh.
So many games.
Discworld and the crew, and like, he and I, friends and I talked about doing Star Wars. We never got around doing it,
Yeah.
So many games in here to do. The classic ones, Catan, right? Mm-hmm. You'll notice one thing you won't see is I don't think I saw any Clue. Or any Monopoly.
I was wanting to play Candyland. Why isn't Candyland?
No Candyland. It's like those games that are. I mean, they're good starter games if people want to play, right? And then the final one here is like, oh my gosh, there's so many games. Like there's this game Gunslinger. We'll talk about a game in a minute, right? Called Catch.
Oh yeah.
This Gunslinger it was another game this particular dev made. Mm-hmm. But it was like this whole thing was like so many games to try and play, and it's like, oh my gosh, So
okay, so then we were playing the crew.
Card game.
I got set up. I got Junkyard Juggernauts set up at a table for anyone who would want to play. It'd be ready to play. But
what is this?
Whoa!
Wait, you talking about this game here?
Yeah.
This fantastically designed and made game. Oh my gosh,
That was at the retreat. Oh my gosh. So I had that set up so that we could play. It ended up being I counted up, I think 5 new people ended up playing Junkyard Juggernauts to some extent. 2 of them all the way through, and then 3 others partway through. But yeah, so while that was set up, we got to go play this game, the crew that Ken had on his thing, but then now he's
Dale said no cathedral in that lot. I don't know.
What? So I've never heard of Cathedral, Dale. Scotland Yard. I've played Scotland Yard once, but I don't know. I didn't notice it. But there are so many. Like your eyes sort of glaze over, and unless you know what you're looking for, it's easy to not really. And they weren't really categorized. I think they are like the shelving was made up of like. These are the game, like each shelf or group of shelves was different people's libraries. Right. So it wasn't ordered in any like meaningful way of like, oh, these are adventure games or alphabetized or anything like that. It was just sort of like, okay, this is Aaron's games. This is Brad's games. This is Ryan's games. That's how I think that was the order it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. You could tell that on the last day on Sunday when we were leaving, how the shelves were emptied. In sections.
Exactly.
Those who were left,
So yes, the crew. Do you remember who we played the crew with, Ken?
No.
I want to say it was Aaron, who was one of the organizers. Brad, who's the one who taught us Discworld and also later on taught us Expeditions. I think. Roland, right? Roland, someone we met. We sat next to at dinner on Friday night. And let's see. Yeah, I think it's just 5 of us. I think there are 5 of us. So that'd be the 5 of us. Roland, Brad, Aaron, you and me. So yeah, the crew I think it's a trick taking game, but it's cooperative as opposed to competitive.
Trick taking game.
So you have
cooperative.
You have these missions that you sort of put out that you randomly draw. Let's say in this sort of mission, a player, and it goes based on whoever has the highest trump card. They're essentially the first player for that round, and they can decide whether they take the mission that's out on the table or it passes to the next person. And whoever takes it, if they complete that mission, everyone wins that sort of scenario. But if they lose, then everyone loses. So you're working to make sure whoever takes that little mission card is able to complete it. So whether that's like take a pink 7 or take no tricks this round or something like that.
Right.
So, and actually, this is one of those that the other one I got from the library that I'm hoping to play with Ashley, and I did play with my son some. He liked this one a bit more, I think, because it was competitive. He has to play this again. But the one round we got into when we played it again, and this is the original one. This is a space themed one. The one we played at the convention was underwater themed. But this one, the missions aren't as intricate. It's just like get a 3-7 or get I think it's a little more interesting than the deep sea one. But he seemed to like it. Hey, King Amos, how you doing? Yeah, never playing that. Well, no. This is the one I think you'll like, Ashley. This is a card game. You said card games occasionally.
Wow.
Oh, come on, Ashley. Try it, please.
I always think about like, should people try at least once, but I also know that people have their limits too. So
yeah, that's fair. Drake said, yeah, Junkyard Juggernauts was a good game. Thank you, Drake.
It was a good game. You're right. It's past tense now.
It still is a good game. By the way, Junkyard Juggernauts crowd sale starts this Tuesday, I think at 12 p.m. So if the more people that back the crowd sale at the Game Crafter, the cheaper it is for everyone. So
that's how it works? I thought it was like I buy 10 is cheaper per. Okay.
Well, I mean, to be very specific, I try not to go on this level of specificity when I'm just giving a brief overview. But yes, every 10 backers or every 10 units bought by a backer, I think you can, if one person buys 5 copies, I think that counts as five sold. But every 10, it's another discount. So after
I'll send this back then and buy
okay. I don't know if they'll take it, but sure. For the crew, Ken,
I feel sorry for the crew.
Would you play the crew again?
Yes.
Yeah, I would as well. I had a lot of fun with it. I feel like just me and my son playing, it's not as fun as if you have, I think, at least 3. Because if you're playing with 2, since all the cards are dealt out, you can very easily know what the other person has just by process of elimination, what your hand is. And part of the fun of the crew is you're not supposed to talk. There's a little chip to let people know, like if you have a certain color of a certain card, if it's like your highest card, your only card in that color, your lowest card in that color, but that's the only communication you can have. But with 2 people, you sort of know what the other person has, again, because all the cards you have mean or don't have is the cards they have. So 3 people, it's more interesting. Like, okay, well, hopefully they'll do this. They'll make this work. But anyway,
you mentioned,
go ahead.
Sorry. You got the space one. Mm-hmm. You played the Mission Deep one. I see on Amazon, there's also one called The Crew Family Adventure.
Oh, really? Oh, fun. I wonder, is that like a Swiss Family Robinson comes to mind with that? Is that sort of the theming of it?
Maybe.
Just 2 minutes behind. Nice.
Ages 8 and up. What's the regular game? Regular game 8 and up?
Looking on this, I'm not seeing. Oh, yeah, 10 and up.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of 2. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Does kind of look like a family heading toward a remote island somewhere.
Yeah. Would you recommend the crew to someone?
Yeah, I would. And I probably would buy it too.
And you buy it?
The key thing is that it's cheap enough to buy it and then to play it.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, that was fun getting to play with the crew.
Right. There's this game, Junkyard Juggernauts. Let's skip it. That's a silly game. Let's skip it.
Oh my word! But we did get to play Junkyard Juggernauts with this gal named Molly. She gave it a shot, and we would have. I think she said she had fun. She was going to tell her friends about it, but we couldn't finish the game. She ended up being the warlord, but we couldn't finish because it was lunchtime, and then she had a D&D. There's a preset D&D session that people could play, and so that was going to be happening after lunch. But
that's a
we
good
got
point.
to play that bit.
They had those different things where they had 3 other games that you could play. Mm-hmm. One was
that were at predefined times.
Yeah, predefined. That someone created a D&D session. Mm-hmm. Either you can make a character who has some pre-mades. Mm-hmm. They also did a Magic the Gathering, I think it was. They also did another one was like
Blood on the Clock Tower, I think was the name of it.
That is, yeah.
Which was like the way we asked about it, the way people describe it sound like Werewolf or Mafia. If you ever played those sort of social deduction, right. Among Us before Among Us was a thing games.
Yeah. So then we played this game called Catch, and this was a dev. One of the things where we say, hey, someone else brought a game that he wanted to try it out or
to get play tested,
being a dev to do it. And so we tried to play it too, figuring that. And this guy did come play Junkyard Juggernauts.
Yeah.
He's the one who did that game we said before about the gunslinger.
Yeah, his name's Ben. I don't know. Does on the gunslinger box does it have his name? Because I don't remember his last name.
It does. I forget his name too.
Okay, but I know his first name.
Is this what you do for a living? Because no, I'm a pastor.
He's a pastor.
I think it's like not the main pastor, but like okay.
Yeah, so that was really cool. But yeah, he made this game called Cash because he said he liked playing it. He remembers really enjoying fishing with his dad growing up, and so in this game, I feel like I'm talking too much. What do you remember about it, Ken?
Well, basically the idea is you got to go catch based on the quest. You got to go catch fish to gain money. Mm-hmm. So you can then upgrade your boat and your stuff, so you can get more money, and so you get a point where you have enough of the winning tokens that you would win.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you would fish by actually
game.
Putting your hand in a bag and like pulling out a chip, and sometimes you get a seaweed, and then Ken would get points because he had the seaweed ability thing.
Yeah. I could sell it. Yeah.
Or you get a lobster or a crab, salmon, cod, and tuna. I think were the 3 main fish. But yeah, it was. I really liked it. I upgraded my boat to max speed, so I was just zooming around everywhere. Yeah. But I feel like we were able to give Ben some really good feedback that hopefully he'll be able to use to make the game better. He said this may be the only one he ever makes. He wasn't like thinking about like moving this into publishing or anything like that. He just wants to make a game that him and his friends can enjoy, and so that was cool to hear. But I feel like this could easily be a game where it's marketable to people. I think all the tokens and stuff he uses would be very, very cost prohibitive. So he may have to scale back some of that stuff because he has like these metallic tackle hooks and anchors and all the little minis, and the map is really big. But I mean, he was very, very open to feedback like that. He wasn't like, "Hey, this is my baby. Why are you being mean to it?" So that was really nice that I was able to share some of my experience with Junkyard Juggernauts and give him some feedback. And we exchanged numbers, but I texted him and he didn't text back. So maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's like one of these "don't call us, we'll call you" situations.
or just busy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Especially being a pastor, I'm sure he is busy.
Yeah.
Would Catch be a game that you would play again, Ken?
Yes, I would. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed. We were sort of stuck playing another game, the Magical Athlete. We're not stuck playing it. We're invited to play it, and I'll share some of my comments about that in a moment. But I think I would have rather played Catch again.
Yeah, I agree. But they had a full table, I think it was.
Yes, exactly. But so I'd play it again. I don't know if I'd buy it. It depends on like
Cost.
the cost. Exactly. Yeah. If it's like $200,
Recommend it. Like pay.
Yeah, I would absolutely recommend it. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So that was Catch. Then we got to play. What was it? Magical Athlete next?
Oh, this guy,
Oh, geez. Him?
I love you.
So my son actually made that sticker.
Cool.
He like just made it. He makes stickers with tape and paper, and so he made that for me, which was very sweet.
Yeah, we played Junkyard Juggernauts after that. So
oh yeah, no, you're right. We played.
that was that picture of the guy Ben, who is the dev.
Yeah, so right in the side there, and I think there's another picture that has all 4 of us playing it.
I don't have that. Oh, you have a picture of that?
No, that's the one I sent you on Discord.
Oh, you mean the actual board game geek?
Yeah, the board game geek photo. Yeah. So that was
that QR code. Everyone should scan it.
Yeah, go scan that. So that guy standing is Francisco. That's me, in case you weren't sure. Then Ken, who's also here on the stream right now, is to the right. Then the guy in the middle is Ben. He was the designer of Catch and Gunslinger. And then his friend, who I guess goes to his church, is Delvin. I kept calling him Devin, but it was Delvin, Delvon. But they were both really awesome. It's fun to get to play with. Ben ended up being the warlord. I didn't know this. I thought Ken would have been it. But Ken, do you want to share how that game went?
It's more like you're the warlord,
I was not the warlord, though.
This time he wasn't.
Yeah, that's right. I'm never the warlord. Hardly ever. Yeah, go ahead,
This
Ken.
game, I played Junkyard Juggernauts. I didn't realize that JJ. So Francisco said that he's been working on it for 3 years. Like 3 years.
I think it's actually closer to 2+ years because I started it. I really started working on it in like November of 2023. So it really, if you just look at the years, yes, it's been 3 years, but really, if you look at months, it's been just over 2 years.
Well, I was scrolling back on my Discord when I had a message from, Retro saying, do you want to join in? It was December of 2023. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wait a minute, this has been over 2 years now? Mm-hmm. But anyways, so this one, so this is what I like about this game, okay? There's this whole thing about different things that might happen, okay? So we, Ben was the warlord. The rest of us were all siblings, right? We were fighting the warlord. Mm-hmm. And at one point, I decided to do the key thing about like, I'm going to save my sibling.
Oh, okay? Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
going to sacrifice an arm from my mech to save my sibling. The idea is you're supposed to roll, the one who rolls the most 4s win.
Yes.
So I had a 8 level, I think 8 dice. I rolled 8 dice, okay?
Yes.
1 4.
You got 1 4. I'm like,
the warlord.
This is going to work.
Yep, it's going to work. The warlord had like maybe 5 or so, 6, 7, 8. He rolled it, no 4s.
No 4s.
I win.
Which was nuts.
So save the sibling. There we go. We're going to win this one, right? So we're constantly whacking him down. But then at one point, the warlord knocked Delvin down to almost like, you want to join me?
Yeah.
I can give you your health back and make you more powerful. And Delvin's like, no, go away from me. Okay.
No, he was going to do it. Then he said you gave him some death stare or something.
Well, true. I was like, how dare you as a sibling do that? Anyways.
So then he recanted. Okay, it's like, no, I'll be the hero.
Yeah. So then the warlord started whacking down Francisco's character, okay?
Yes.
We thought we had him, but there's some really good rolls that just the way they worked out.
And he kept getting so many potions.
And then he's like, join me, and you can be more powerful. And then Francisco's like, oh, yeah, I'm doing this. Like, what the other Delvin's character is almost dead, okay? I'm still a little bit strong, but walked down right. And now he's going to be giving up, okay? I'm like, but I love what Francisco said. He's like, this has something I'd never tested before. I want to try to see what happens. Okay, fine. I get that right. But
I think I've tested it, but
warlord.
I've never really gotten to experience being on the warlord side in that scenario. So, yes.
So
that was fun. And none too soon. Okay, so we played Junkyard Juggernauts. We ended up, because I joined the warlord, the warlord won. And we got the one of the bad endings. But it was still fun. And then we played this game called Magical Athlete, which was we played with, was it 6 of us? It was you, me, Brad, Aaron, Roland, and who was the other guy? Was he one of the guys I think he's one of the guys we played catch with.
Phil?
No, it wasn't Phil. Greg. It was Greg.
Greg. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we played this. Essentially, it's a very simple game. Like you could teach it very quickly. Essentially, it's a roll and move game. You roll a die, you move your meeple. The thing that makes it interesting is that each character, you get 3 cards, and each you pick one card to be sort of your avatar, your character for the current race. And so there's like several to choose from. You pick it and you find the little meeple guy and put it on the board based on whichever your card is. And each one has its own power. So, Ken, what were some of the powers that your guys had? I forget.
Well, my last one had where if I land on the space, that person gets knocked out of the race.
Oh yeah, the mouth guy or something.
Yeah. Mouth. The only one I could not consume was the fat baby.
It was huge baby, which was me.
Could not land on that space.
Yeah, which you can see that one meeple that's really big. It's sort of pink and at the bottom. That's the big baby. So it takes up a whole square space. So no one else can be on a space with the baby essentially. So Ken could never eat me because he could never get on my space. Yeah. But yeah, so there are some you could like pick the person that's in first and bring them back. There are lots of different powers. So I think
you roll a 1, I get to move, and you don't.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was, I don't know. It was fun. There were really fun moments, but some of it was kind of like very tedious, I'd say. It's like, now I have to go back again and go through this again. And it's just like, so
there was that frustration about like, seriously, you're choosing me?
Yeah.
You're the guy in front. Like, okay, fine,
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think I'd play again. I wouldn't buy it. I don't think I would recommend it. I would recommend it to people that don't want complicated games. If you just want something easy, that's more of a party game, I'd say this is something that'd be good.
Agree. Agree. Yeah.
Rushmore Show, hello. King Ava says blue shell feeling. Yes, exactly like that. And then I think, was that it for, then I think you went to bed. That was Saturday night. I don't think.
Oh, that night? Yeah. I went to bed.
I went to bed. I stayed up. I wanted to play catch again, but they were there. Ben was done. And that was his only day there. He wasn't going to be there again because he wasn't preaching in the morning, but he had some things he had to do for church. But I got to talk to him. I left him a Junkyard Juggernauts sticker. I assume he got it, but as a thank you for playing. Just talk to him a bit about his experience. He showed me a little bit of Gunslinger. And then, it was about midnight when I came to bed. I thought that Ken was still up because he left the light on, but I'm like, but he had gone to bed. And so I was just doing my best to be quiet. And you said I didn't wake you up, or I did wake you up, Ken?
Did not. I don't remember that.
Nice.
Nice thing about having a hearing loss.
Oh yeah, I guess that does help in that. There's some advantages, I suppose.
Some advantages.
Then we got up next morning. Did we play Prestige before breakfast or after breakfast?
I think before, because I don't remember. So. I think after was what we did.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So I brought this game Prestige, which is one of the games I backed recently on BackerKit. It's essentially a city building game. It's co-op. You try to build a city together, but each of you has your own tribes, and most all the cards have a certain tribal identity. And so you're trying to build the city out together to build enough prestige to get to the end of the game. And if there's too many raiders, or your population goes to 0 or anything, everyone loses who's playing. But if at the end you get to the maximum prestige, or you go through all your favor cards, as opposed to disfavorite cards. If we go through our favorite cards, that's a winning condition, and then you win together. But the true winner or the true leader is whoever, whichever player had the most of their tribal identities out on the board. So, yes, and so Ken got that very handedly. He got his out there, but we did win, so that was a good feeling. But Ken was the true leader.
I would play it again. I would buy it. Yeah, and I would recommend it.
All the same, especially since I already have it. So I would love to play it with more than, I've only ever played it with 2 maximum. I'd love to play it with more than that, but because then you only are worrying about one tribe as opposed to multiple. But
you said it was Kickstarter.
I mean, so it was crowdfunded through BackerKit. It wasn't on Kickstarter, it's on BackerKit, but yes.
Okay.
Rushmore says, came over to the purple side to say hello all. Hello, Rushmore, on the purple side. Then we went and ate lunch. No, breakfast, excuse me. We went and ate breakfast. And breakfast was good. I like that. Was that the breakfast we had waffles? I think so.
Pancakes, waffles, maybe.
I think so, yeah. Riseman says, hi to Rushmore. So, any other thoughts on this game or breakfast before we get to the next one?
No.
Okay.
So did you do bring up the meal? So I thought the Friday night was the best meal overall. You know, was the turkey chicken type of thing, you know. And then we had breakfasts were typical breakfasts, whether it's waffles, bacon, eggs, you know, whatnot. And then there was one where we had pizza. It was okay, you know. And the other one, what was the other meal? I forget what it was, you know. But
I really like the pulled pork we had on Sunday.
Pulled pork, yeah,
the
pulled
last
pork is
lunch.
right.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like the food was decent. It wasn't terrible, you know. It's definitely a camp type of food, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it was much better than like I always. Whenever I go to something like this, whether it's a mentor tree or whatever, I always worry it's going to be like elementary school cafeteria food, so I always worry it's going to taste like my old elementary school food. It's like, thanks for this really soggy piece of pizza. But it was much better than that.
I mean, that's it. I mean, it's one of the things where I was thinking about the cost. I'm like, okay, well, so, right. So the room and board. Okay. So I'm paying for room and board. I'm like, okay, so 2 nights and I'm paying for 2 dinners, 2 breakfasts, and 2 lunches. And you think about how much money you would spend if you do something else. Like, that's okay, that's reasonable. I mean, it wasn't a bad choice of cost, you know. It's like, okay. I mean, if it had been more, it'd be interesting. Like, you mentioned that your friend Joel mentioned Camas. I found that the Camas is like 4 times a year. It's they're up north, right? It's like, and people are like, hey, we'll see you again. Like, I'm like, I'm a board gamer, but I'm not that kind of a board gamer. So I'm like, would I do it again? Maybe. I mean, that's at the end. But I'm saying like, the idea is like doing a camp like this, I think is reasonable cost to do it for a couple of nights and hanging out and doing playing board games. I think it's a doable thing to do. So I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I thought the way you were saying up your statements, I thought you were going to land somewhere else. Like,
yeah, me too. That's the end of.
Okay, so yeah, then we got back from breakfast, and then Brad, who had taught us Discworld the night before, 2 nights before on Friday, because now we're into Sunday. He teaches us Expeditions, which is, if you ever played I know it's Scythe, but I like to pronounce it Scythe, which is a Stonemaier game. It's like the world is like there's these big mechs, and the setting is almost like between World War I and World War II. That's sort of the I guess the art style. Not the art style you're going for, the person's going for, but that's sort of the look of it or the aesthetic in this world of Scythe and Expeditions. But what do you remember about Expeditions, Ken? Or you look like you're looking for? I can vamp because you're looking for something.
So the artwork is by Jacob Rosalski. Okay. And I liked the artwork so much, I bought actual prints. Yeah, I have several artwork on my walls here from this guy. You know, he also an RTS game called Iron Harvest that I like RTSs, but also he did the artwork on that one too. And so it's like, I just enjoy the artwork in the game. Expeditions, of course, they call it a sequel to Scythe, right? What is interesting, I thought, for this game is that while it might be a sequel, it makes Scythe much more not engageable. What's the one we talk about? Easier for people to get to.
It's more yeah. Dang it, I can't think of the word. It's more approachable.
Accessible. Yeah. I mean, this is 1 to 5 players, 14 and plus, in 60 to 90 minutes. Scythe itself can be a little longer. Yeah, and it's got a little more. But the basic game. The basic of this game is like the regular game Scythe. So if you ever played Scythe, it won't be too much to figure out how to play the game. Yeah, just but we had to learn.
We did have to learn. The thing is, I'll say that I've played Scythe. I played Scythe plenty. I'll say mainly the Steam version as opposed to in-person version, but it's not. There are similar mechanics, but I wouldn't call it a sequel to Scythe. I'd say it's in the world of Scythe or something like that. Because it's a sequel makes it seem like you're going to do more of the same type of stuff you do in Scythe, and you don't.
I thought that had to do with I say similar because you have to do. You come like you got to harvest, you got to build, you got to do things like that. I think that kind of thing is what you got to choose to do one or the other. Like 3 items, treasures are doing 3 things. You have one that's been blocked out unless you want to refresh. That's what I'm saying. Like there's some mechanics and style that makes me think that's like a more approachable game than Scythe is.
Okay. Anyway, Expeditions. I actually enjoyed playing Expeditions more than I think I enjoyed playing Scythe. I don't know why. It seemed more approachable. I think there's less things you're trying to manage all at once in terms of like in Scythe, it's your favor, your oil, your wood, not wood, but your oil, your metal, I guess there's wood. There's like lots of resources you're trying to manage all at once. With this, there's a lot less of that. So I think that's one of the things I liked about it. Did you already say what you liked about Expeditions or didn't about it?
I liked the game. I own the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Play it. And I'm grateful to actually try to play this game. I enjoyed it. Of course, it helped that I won this session, but it was a more approachable game. Yeah. Than Scythe. Scythe is a fun game too. Don't get me wrong. This game is really approachable. One game I really definitely want to play again. I already own it, so I don't worry about buying it. But trying to find people to play it, it is a 2 to 5. It's a 5-player game. I think it is.
Okay, I don't know. I don't have the box. I was hoping to get this at my library, but my library doesn't have it.
Let me get the box. There it is. It's 1 to 5 players. So that's
okay. So you can play it solo. That's cool.
My board game. That's a good point. My board game team, which reminds me, I tried the solo version of JJ. My board game team is like 7 or 8 people. So it's like we did the original base game in a expansion mission because it had up to 8 people.
Oh, for Scythe?
But yeah, Scythe has an expansion. It allows to go from 4 or I forget to 8, and then. So you said you enjoyed the game, you would play it again, and you would buy it?
I would buy it. I can't afford it right now, but I would buy it. Yes, I would buy this over Scythe. I'd say.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
I think was Expeditions your last game before you left, Ken?
Yep, for me it was. Yep, and I took a picture of the truck wagon as I was leaving, and then a picture of me in front of the building as I was leaving. So. Aww.
And then I stayed a little bit longer and I played with Brad, who again taught us Expeditions, and Rob, who taught us Quacks at the very beginning. They did the tutorial for Junkyard Juggernauts, so they got to experience that some. And so that was the weekend. I thought it was great. I really had fun doing it. There are some games I recorded a video of myself, like what I would like to learn to play there. And didn't learn I wanted to learn to play Root and Deliverance if they had it, but they had Root. I didn't learn it. They didn't have Deliverance, but I was very glad to have played the games that they had there. Learned so many games, and it was a great game to play with you, Ken. That was some of the funnest thing.
I agree. I mean, I've never played so many board games in one spot. And I've been to PAX Unplugged. And I didn't play as many board games there as I would like to. I was hanging out with Jeff and John, and it's like, while John bought some games, I played some games with him. You know, Jeff at times was like, you know, he wanted to go meet some devs and go see some other stuff. So he wasn't always, even though he brought a lot of games to play, I think he had like the whole buffet thing where he had too much stuff on the plate.
Oh, yeah.
His eyes are bigger than his stomach. You know, but I didn't play as many games I would like to have played this weekend. Last weekend, I played so many games. It was just like a great, and because I'm a guy who doesn't mind the long games.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing, I didn't want to learn it on my own. Having someone teach me was really cool. So I know you asked me the question when we were there, is like, would I be willing to do it again? And I'm like, yes. You know, and that's the thing. Like, well, I'm thinking, would I do both nights? I'm thinking like I'd probably definitely maybe I would take Friday off to maybe do more of the Friday.
Yeah.
You know,
And maybe just do the Friday, Saturday. Yes.
And
I think that's...
leave. I'm only an hour and a half away, so it'd be simple just to go home, say leave at 10, get home by midnight, you know.
Yeah, I'll leave at 10 also and get home by 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Why would it be a 5-hour drive home, Francisco? That doesn't make any sense.
And because you take the long route.
I'm going to take the scenic at night route. Yes, exactly.
So I'm going to Emerald City Comic Con. And one of the guys, Aaron, who's one of the guys who helped to organize this whole thing, has been at Comic Con in the past, up in where they do the board games and helping out. Like, I'm going to definitely go and see if I recognize anybody from Brass and see if they're there and if they're willing to play a game or two. I don't like going someplace and playing a game with somebody I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to play with someone I know. You know, and yet, of course, the idea is the only way you're going to learn is to play with somebody you don't know sometimes.
Yeah, very true. So would
you do it again?
Me? Yeah, I would. I really enjoyed the experience. I think I probably would do, like you said, just do the Friday, Saturday, as opposed to all 3 nights. I feel like that'd be and get there earlier on Friday, especially. I like that, like getting there for setup and shipping in for a pizza or something. I think that sounds like that would be good. Let's see. Rushmore said last year it was a sports exercise game. It's card games that his son made to get kids moving. This year, different premise, but it is a game that teaches the dangers of extinction on animals upon other species. Okay, cool. I like long games, but no one in my family, so we don't play often. Well, I mean, here I'll announce this here, guys. I plan on, and I know for a lot of you this isn't going to help you much, but I do plan on hosting during the days some Junkyard Juggernauts plays. I may just play solo, but with the release of it coming out of the crowd sale starting on Tuesday, I'm going to be playing, working on art for the expansion. I'm going to be doing more streams while like Ashley's at work and when I don't have other commitments. I plan on streaming probably a lot this coming week, or at least more so than I normally do. So be on the lookout for that. And then Ryzen says, just look at these guys. I know, aren't they? Don't they look like they're having fun? Ryzen says, you ever look at something and be like, well, would you just look at that?
Kind of.
Yeah, sometimes.
Like this cabin, I can't go, well, let's look at that.
Look at that. Exactly.
So I want to add one thing, you know. So
yeah, please do.
It's a tremendous blessing and pleasure to be able to hang out with you over the weekend, you know. So
I felt the same.
One of those that count as a blessing in my life of people I've met, and you're one of them. And I mean, that was one thing that made it enticing, was like hanging out the whole weekend. And for those who've never hung out with Francisco, he is an amazing guy. And the fact that I was learning from him is like, he is really good at asking people's questions, getting to know them, remembering their names, and just using their names. You know, it's like, if you want to see a master class of someone, how do you meet someone, how do you make new friends or meet new people, you should follow Francisco. He is a master teacher, I think.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I appreciate that so much.
Oh, I get it. But yeah, no. that was the part that was the most. I mean, if I didn't know any, I would not have gone otherwise.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. But having going with someone I know makes it much more special.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the end, we weren't at each other's throats, to the point that we were like in different cabins, so.
You're not the person Kyle, you're not the person I thought you were.
Try living with him.
What?
Yeah,
Ashley's like, try living with him. Thanks for that, Ashley.
You could never buck with Ken. Well, thanks, Amos. You hate it? Oh.
Oh, you're very kind.
Well, the only problem was that when you tried to take a shower with me, not just kidding.
Wow.
That's
just went
that's a very bad joke, okay?
down the drain. Oh my gosh. You said you liked to spoon, Ken. What? What's the deal?
I meant to eat my oatmeal.
Oh, of course. Aaron says, I would hate it. I would never bunk with Ken. No, it's so Ken had a CPAP machine, like he had mentioned. And so I'm fine. I'm fine with sleeping through quiet. I'm fine with white noise. Ashley and I use a white noise machine to sleep. So I'm not a light sleeper. Ashley, unfortunately, is a light sleeper, so I feel bad that whenever I wake her up, but I can sleep through most things, so it wasn't an issue for me with that. But I think I would probably bring some sort of white noise machine, especially if you ever think of going to a retreat like this. That's something that is never on like a list to pack, but it's a good thing to pack, and especially if you don't want to just have your phone on all night with a white noise app. But I didn't have any trouble. And I want to echo what you said, Ken. It was so fun getting to play games and just hang out with you more. We've certainly, me and Ken have met before, and he came to me and Ashley's wedding, and so we've hung out before, but not at that extent. And yeah, we weren't at this point where we're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sick of you. Get out of my face, Ken. No, it wasn't like that at all. So it was quite the pleasure.
Get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of here. Amos says, thank you, Retro and Ken. Get your game in Target. Yeah, okay. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, Amos. But you know what? Know what will be helpful to get into Target? People backing the crowd sale on Tuesday, because the more people that have it, the more exposure it gets, the more like the Target bigwigs are going to be like, we need this on the Target shelves.